What is up, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Fallout 4 Mods Weekly. This is going to be a series where I show you guys the best mods to come out each and every week for Fallout 4. Do you like the way your game looks? Well, I guess maybe some of you guys do, but in today's video, a huge theme you're going to be seeing is a bunch of mods to improve the visuals of your game. That's been a huge component of the releases we've gotten this week, and even a number of them are actually for Xbox One, and on Xbox One where they won't really hurt your FPS all that much, but at the same time still provide some much needed visual improvements. As always, if you guys do enjoy the content, I encourage you to subscribe, or you could leave a like or a comment that helps with the video's rankings and all that. So kicking things off, we have Power Armors Redone. What this mod is going to do is take the vanilla HD textures, so those textures being from the Ultra HD texture pack that Bethesda did release a while ago, kind of using them as a base, but adding on much needed improvements to those. So as you can see in the background, I'm actually doing a comparison between the vanilla armor options as well as the modded ones. In my eyes, they actually make a pretty significant improvement, especially when you get quite close to the armors. It just seems like there's more detail overall, even some of the finer details that you honestly probably won't even be able to see are definitely noted here. And also another really cool aspect about this mod is it does cover all of the different paint job options and just basic power armors you can find throughout Fallout 4. So as you can see in the background, I'm using a lot and a wide variety of different paint jobs, and yet all of those are covered. Another really cool option that is provided with this mod is actually to have a black power armor frame. So I was using that with the modded armors, maybe you could tell, but regardless, this is also having upgraded textures. It is an optional file again, so you don't need to have it. We can just have the basic power armor frame with higher textures, but I think the black looks a lot better and it really meshes well with a lot of the other options. All around a really cool mod. Again, if you want to make those power armors look better, this is probably going to be one of the best options available right now. So we have a really cool mod that I feel like isn't getting enough attention, and that's going to be Farwest Minutemen. In vanilla Fallout 4, the Minutemen are pretty basic. As you can tell, what this mod is going to do is take a few existing mods and integrate those armors into the leveled list of the Minutemen, as well as create new categories of NPCs. So the idea behind this mod is basically to transform the Minutemen from whatever they were by default to actually have more of a Wild West crossed with a steampunk theme. The mods actually being used here, in addition to some of the vanilla assets, are cross pre-war cybernetics, West Tech tactical optics, as well as Crimson Rider's accessories. I personally really like this look. I feel like it makes the Minutemen look like just a way more formidable force. In addition, this mod also creates a number of different categories for different kind of Minutemen troopers. There's things like a pastor who is going to have his own leveled list integration and item sets, as well as hunters and things like that. The mod does a really good job detailing what each of these are going to have, so you can read up on that if you'd like, but honestly, just playing the game normally, you'll encounter all these and kind of learn it anyway. But all around, I really like this mod. I feel like it makes awesome improvements to the Minutemen. Obviously, it's not going to be for everyone. Everyone doesn't like the steampunk theme. I would actually say I'm one of those people. Typically, I'm not a huge fan of steampunk things, but I think the execution of this and the way it crosses over with some kind of Wild West themes and that American theme you could see popping up on different Minutemen, I just feel like it really works. I think it makes the faction much more interesting. It gives them a more formidable force, and I think this will increase the likelihood of you siding with this faction by quite a bit if you're starting a new playthrough. So we have a super simple mod. This is going to be Castle Walls Repaired, and this is like the ultimate edition, the definitive mod you're going to want to download. So as the title does suggest, if you guys don't know, Castle did have a bunch of holes in the walls. This didn't make a ton of sense, and it honestly didn't really function that well. You had all these mods that could fix it, or you could try and do it yourself with like Place Anywhere, but this is just going to be your one-stop shop to actually just fix those walls, make it so Castle looks like a real castle. And yeah, it's going to be the most updated version. It's going to clear the rubble, it's going to fix those walls, create new doors for you to enter and exit through the back way. And well, honestly, I think this one largely speaks for itself. So if you are missing this, it is available now on PC and Xbox One, so I would recommend picking it up because I think it's a pretty noticeable improvement.
Got work to do. Can't talk now.
Do you guys hate how slow Protectrons are? They're a pretty cool robot to craft and actually keep as your companion, and obviously extremely notable in Fallout 4. You see them all the time, but having them always be limping along behind you is kind of frustrating. Well, Speedy Protectron legs is going to improve that. Basically, it's going to make them so they can run now. They go at a much faster pace, and really just a more appropriate pace overall. This is another kind of quality of life mod. It may not be for everyone. This is a separate kind of craftable, so you can have the normal Protectron legs if you want that for whatever reason, but also these that you can assign to any of the robots that you are crafting. I think the mod, again, is pretty self-explanatory. I think it really makes these guys much more usable as companions when compared to before because, well, again, they weren't all that helpful when they were lagging behind you or always having to teleport to you. So we have a fairly old mod on PC, but it was actually one that was just ported over to Xbox One, so I did decide to cover it. This is going to be called Immersive Wasteland Grass. This is going to be quite a bit different than some of the other grass mods out there. Rather than just overhauling or replacing the vanilla grass, it's actually going to diversify it. There's going to be a total of 11 new grass types integrated with the vanilla options, so your grass just looks a lot more realistic, hence the immersive factor of the name. Basically now there are different types of grass. It also makes the grass a bit higher. There's just more of it all around. Another cool aspect that makes this interesting for other combinations is this actually works with other grass mods that do replace the textures of the vanilla grass. So really what this mod is doing is replacing some of the vanilla grass with these new grass types, but again, the vanilla grass is still there. So if you take another mod that just overhauls or replaces the vanilla grass, you'll see it mixed in with this new grass also. All around, I really like the effect of this mod. It definitely adds a lot more interesting color combinations on the horizon as you're exploring around. You don't just have that one flat grass type that is covering everywhere, and I just think it makes the Commonwealth look a bit better. But at the same time, not just doing that typical green look that many mods have done in the past. So last but not least, we actually have the re-upload of wet or water enhancement textures on Xbox One. This is the go-to water enhancement textures mod. There's a few options out there, but I feel like this is the most prominent one. It's the one I personally use. Basically, the previous version on Xbox One or Bethesda.net was taken down due to kind of mass downvoting. So this one was uploaded. And if you have the old one, perfect. But if you don't have this downloaded yet, I would recommend doing it. There's no real kind of performance hit or anything like that. It's just a much needed improvement to the water in Fallout 4 because there's actually a lot of it, and you'll notice that after downloading this mod, and it just makes it a bit prettier to look at. So that's pretty much going to wrap it up for this video. As always, hopefully you found this informative, helpful. Hopefully you like the mods I'm showing you. As always, again, I thank you all for watching. I do hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you all next time. Later.